Okay, do you guys know Ye Dil Lagi is being shown at the Bombay International Film Festival? Seth?
Didn't know that.
Now I do.
You told me.
No? Why not?
Just.
Nareshji?
I think they are too busy after hit of Dil Lagi. They have signed too many films now and they don't know anything about what is happening around them.
So how did you manage this crazy trio in your film?
Very difficult.
Very difficult.
He was just saved from going to the Thana Lunatic Asylum. Just barely.
In fact,
Seth?
Yeah.
I mean,
In
how
fact-
did you relate to your director? Was he okay?
Every
Was-
time, same way I had to narrate the scene to him the way he's reacted to you now. He used to react it the same way and I had to explain him 3 times.
No, in fact, you were. I remember. It's been so long. It's been a long time.
Yes,
a lot has
long
happened
time
since
actually,
then.
yes.
But it was your first movie,
Yes.
and he used to keep telling us that. And he used to say, I need your help, and we'd look really scared after that. Can't believe he said that. And generally, it was. I mean, he was totally in charge. He got what he wanted. He made sure of that. But the atmosphere was
like-
quite.
It was very open. Like
Yeah.
we were allowed to do whatever we wanted. But there were no restrictions. There was nothing that we had to. There were no limits
Except what he
or
didn't
anything.
want.
Yeah, but
And what didn't he want?
that work, definitely.
Akshay, was this film a big change for you? Was it a departure from your normal action hero stuff?
Yeah, I mean to say from this movie only, I got this image of how I came out of that action image. Thanks to Nareshji and Yashji to ever think about I could do that role.
So what did you feel about the scene where you get wet and dance? I mean, did you enjoy it? Do you like wet dances, rain dances?
I came back to my normal self. I mean to say, I love dancing. That's no doubt about it. And especially when Sarojji choreographing it, and a dancer like Kajol, mind blowing.
Okay, enough now. Okay.
Kajol is a good dancer.
Akshay? He's technically perfect.
Yeah.
Technically
Seth?
perfect.
You better answer that question.
Seth is like old wine.
That's well put. Thank you.
Seth, what about the Ole Ole number? I mean, you're identified with that song now.
Right. We heard the song in Simla. It was recorded much before the film
Yeah,
started.
in your room, remember?
Yeah, and we used to
Right,
we
first
play
time.
it
To
constantly.
start
on
dancing,
the,
everybody I think
The
almost.
first
on
day I
Navla
think so we heard
used
it,
to
we
play.
liked it.
Yeah, and we used to, all knew that it was a great song. And in fact, Nareshji every now and then kept telling us that this is going to be picturized at the end of the film and you better work hard and stuff. I rehearsed quite a lot. And, but by the time we got down to doing it, it was more, everyone knew it was going to do well, the song. It was just a question of how well I could do it or how well it could be shot. It's lucky to have that. It was almost taken for granted that light men up there were humming the tune in between shots. It was more scary shooting it because there was a lot of expectation. But
What about the footwork? I mean, how do you do that? Was it sort of
if you see the
tricky?
song, it's not actually that complicated,
Do it.
as one might do it, as one might have thought. It's not that complicated. But for me, it was difficult because prior to that, I really hadn't done any sort of what I had done hadn't been very good. So that was lucky, get a great song like that, which I think anybody could dance to, really. It's hard not to enjoy it, put it that way.
Mm-hmm. And Kajol, what about that hotop song? Did you feel sort of seductive while doing it, or?
I've never been drunk in my life, so I don't know what the feeling of actually being drunk is like. But I think I just followed Sarojji to the T. That's all. That's all you can do actually.
And Naresh, what about scenes which were complicated, like the climax? Did you find any problems handling it? How did you go about it?
It was a little difficult actually as far as Climax was concerned because we had thought of the climax basically right there in Simla itself. We were working on it already earlier in Bombay, but there was some confusion and there was some work left actually. And I must say thank you to all my stars, all my actors. They really helped me out and everything, not only in their roles which they have played in the film, but also in scripting and working hard on the scenes, giving suggestions and everything.
Thanks, Nuri.
So I'm really thankful to every unit member, including all the technicians and everybody. They really all helped out.
Now, how does a film like Ye Dil Lagi in a festival help you or not help you? Is it important?
Well, one feels happy definitely. Being my first film and coming into a festival is really, as far as I am concerned, is a happy occasion. But I don't know, commercially, it is already done well. So whatever the actual things were, I mean, we have all, I think,
As far
happy
as the
about the
financial
film.
aspect is concerned.
That's all. There's no problem of getting films or doing more films or anything like that. The important thing is to do such good films like Dil Lagi.
Do you ever want to be off mainstream in the main section of the festival instead of being in this sort of mainstream, make a serious into quote mark film?
Actually, I have never thought of it, but I can make any kind of film, that I'm sure of. And maybe one day when I get time for those things. Because it's important to be commercially good also. It's actually more difficult to make a commercial film than to make a kind of other serious film.
And Akshay, what about, say, the emotional aspect of this role? Did you find it a bit demanding on you since you've always been a tough guy? I mean, did you have to fall a bit in love with the Kajol character, with Sapna?
Well, as I told you earlier, thanks to Naresh-ji, I mean, to think that I could do well in this role. I mean, for me, it was a little bit difficult because I've never done this kind of role. And but everything went out very well. He used to explain me to so nicely, and it had become a very easy thing for me to do it.
How's the chemistry between you and Seth? Are you competitive, or sort of wondering whether he'll steal the scene? And
No, we don't have that kind of thing that he steals.
Seth?
Honestly, I mean, obviously there is bound to be competition, but I think it's of the healthiest sort.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point working. I mean, I'm not openly going to do anybody a favor I work with, unless it's contributing to the scene. I think it's nice if two people work together and they, slightly worry about themselves. At least I do when I work with him.
Mm-hmm.
I do worry about myself, and but somewhere I think being basically fond of each other and enjoying working together. I don't think we would, put it this way, I don't think we would enjoy working together if there wasn't any competition.
So do you think
But it's of the healthiest sort. I mean, nobody, I don't think, plans or plots or does sneaky things and takes or anything like that.
Kajol, did they do anything sneaky to you?
Like what?
Like, try to dominate the scene? Come on.
No,
tell
they
me.
didn't.
She does sneaky things to us.
Like,
What?
Should I say like what?
Like what? Yeah, tell me.
Like she has this habit of, she's very vivacious, except when she's shooting.
Okay.
Did you get my
Okay. Thank you.
Great fun to work with also. Excellent. I think it shows on film. And one thing I would like to say is we were all, at that time, I think, much newer than we are.
So we were all a little bit insecure, so it kind of helped us to get, become better friends and work better together.
It was a 40-day
It shows in
outdoor
the film
seminar.
actually. If you see it on the screen also, it gives you that feeling of their meeting together and the way they work together, all of them. I think
You're there
it's a
together
kind of
for
film
40
I think
days.
we all will, I think, remember for quite a long time in our life.
Not quite long time.
so tell me, how much was it inspired by Sabrina?
Only the basic thought of two brothers falling in love with the same girl. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, if you see the film and if you see Sabrina, you'll see lot of changes.
Which I haven't, by the way.
And
Which I haven't, by the way. Have you?
I haven't seen Sabrina
Have you?
either.
I don't think any of
Actually, I
us
think-
acting in this.
That's good.
but basically, it was like just choosing an idea of two brothers falling in love with the same girl. Because we have seen a lot of such films on Indian screen where two friends or two unknown people fall in love with the same girl and then later on they become friends. And we thought of making such a film where they are real brothers and fall in love with the same girl.
Which character did you really feel close to? The girl or the two boys? Which of the two boys?
I
Whom do you
think as a
like?
director, I personally feel all the characters, even any character, maybe the driver in the film or the
Mhm.
peon in the film or anybody. Because particular scene, if you are working on with a particular actor, at that time you are supposed to see that all the actors, you are supposed to feel them.
And Kajol, did you have to do anything beyond being yourself because you're full of life, and did you have to do anything demanding on you?
Demanding, not really. I really thought that character was a lot like me, so it was much easier for me to do it than to really, look for something in myself that probably was not there. It was there.
So what do you think of acting? Why do you enjoy acting? Why are you here? Why do you face the camera?
I face the camera basically because I enjoy it. I mean, like, I didn't really think that I would, but I do. It's like something that you've never tried before, and you try it and you like it, so you stay with it. And the day you get bored of it, or the day you begin to not like it at any point, at any juncture, you can leave it.
I think the capturing of certain moments on film is very interesting. My entire reason for being in films is one day, I mean, I stress not yet, it hasn't happened yet anyway, to be in a film that I can sit back perhaps and watch on video at home and really be quite proud of as being part of an entire story and an experience. I mean,